yeah. Small somewhere. Okay, yay, it worked. Yay, okay, yes. Thank you for the emotional support, brother. Thanks. Okay. Okay, hey, have fun. Bye-bye. Too much to do. Way too much to do. Let me finish setting up real quick though. Certain buttons do stuff. Nice. Okay, got my hot water, got my things. Time to make things. First thing is I'm gonna make these. So once make some different. And then I'll do the stuff I actually have to do. Because I have to prep some stuff for somebody who ordered stuff for my show. So I got a few orders this week.
샛별
Small lemon. Ooh, lemon. This is not my playlist. Who's my little playlist? Playlist. Playlist on loop. Doop. Okie dokies. I am going to be making a bunch of these colorful snowflakes. I made 3 yesterday that I'm very proud of. I made this one, this one is already existing, and then I made one other blue one. It's kind of like a blue set. Oh, I have extra pieces, this color. So I made 2 blues, and then I made a pink one, and I'm also gonna make a set of like yellow orange. So that's what these are over here. I made a bunch already. I'm just gonna keep making these. I'm putting them on my Etsy. So far 2 of them sold, which is lit. So I guess people actually like them. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep making them. I also need to make a red one. Probably should have made red sooner. Like, red is Christmas, but meh. I don't want to, because all of these have like, all of these come mostly in a dual set. Like I have the orange and yellow, I have double purple, it's like a lavender and then a royal purple. Then I have 2 blues that are kind of like snowy, like a snowy blue and then like an aqua blue. I have 2 sets of greens because I had 2 really nice greens that I could use. But yeah, for red it's like red. I feel like for Christmas it's red. It's something like this type of red. Anything else is, anything lighter than that is gonna start being like off red or even start looking like pink. And pink is not Christmas, off red isn't Christmas. You want like real red for Christmas. Even like a scarlet red is like no. And it starts getting orangey. So yeah, I don't know. But red won't have a pair. I guess you could pair it with the pink, because the pink I am gonna make another color for. I'm gonna do a light pink with this one. So I am just gonna keep on rolling, strolling. I will make the red eventually. I guess the other pairing you could go with is one of the greens, because then it's just red and green. I don't know. I like these ones. This goldenish, like dandelion orange / yellow, whatever you want to call it. I like this one. I think when this one is done next to the bright one, it's gonna look really good. It's gonna be a super cute set. These take a very long time to make, actually. Like, they look so simple, but they actually take like, God, I don't even know. Sometimes I just like roll a bunch of colors and coils when I'm watching TV, or like I'm watching TV before bed sometimes. Do I do it during work? It depends. It depends what I'm doing for work. If I'm like listening to stuff for work and I'm like auditing something a little bit, oh, the size is fat. Oh, this is an extra piece. This is not the right size. But yeah, if I'm like at work and I am listening, for work, sometimes I have to listen to different types of tech podcasts. So sometimes I'll do that, and I'll like roll a couple things while I listen to like a few minutes of a tech podcast, and I just kind of do this throughout the day, sometimes every now and then. Or like what I'll do is if I'm in the car, I'll roll a bunch of these. If someone else is driving, I'm just gonna roll a bunch of colors, and then, so it's like, how long does each one take? It takes definitely a good 2 hours to make each one of these, because there's so many pieces, like, there's just so many moving parts. But I do them like throughout the week, or like when I'm doing random stuff. I'll just start rolling things. That way it saves time. So like by the time I actually sit down and I'm like, hey, I want to finish this thing, I want to make it, I have like most of the parts already done. Like I have all of these yellow parts done already. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap them in white. So I'm gonna be wrapping them 3 times. And then these, I got a bunch of these little circle dudes. These little circle guys right here. These I'm gonna be squishing into this little shape. So these, oh, sorry, too much stuff. These little heart guys, these circles make up these hearts. So I already have a bunch of them pressed, which is convenient. So I don't have to spend like, I don't know, a good half hour probably just not pinching them, but like coiling them. So that's gonna save me some time, so I can just stick them all together. But if I were to sit down to actually just make one of these holistically, it would take me like a good 2.5 hours, I think. There's just, look, there's 6 of these, there's 12 of these guys, and there's another 6 of those, so that's 24 pieces whole. And I love paper quilling. It is definitely a labor of love. Nobody's asking me to do it, but I do it anyway. And it just takes takes a lot of time, energy, but love, and I do it in my free time, which is very nice. I'm being bad right now. I'm not even supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to be doing this something else, like different paper quilling for somebody that ordered stuff. But I don't want to do it. I'm being really bad and I'm procrastinating the real stuff. Hello, Vespertina. Hello, Tina's sister. How are you? Hello, little Bow Wow. I am crafting because I was too tired to do anything yesterday. I did, actually, I did do crafting yesterday, but I didn't do it on camera because I was tired and I got home at like almost 10 o'clock. And I went to check your stream because I was like, oh, I'm going to watch your stream when I get home and I'm going to do my own side crafts while I watch you do art. But you ended your stream early yesterday, so I did not get to watch. It was very sad. Mucho sado. I think the word is cansado. No, it's triste. Mucho triste. That's the words. Yeah, even this one piece alone, like how long does it take me to fold one of these? Probably like 3 minutes. So if this is 3 minutes, there's 6 of them, that's already 18, let's just say 20 minutes. That's only a fraction of what I'm doing. Although these ones, the actual colors themselves don't take quite as long to do. They're like pretty fast. I've been rolling those coils for years, so they're not that bad. I actually have an electric coiler, but it doesn't work with this type of paper I use. So the electric one, the one that spins it automatically, where the heck is it? I should have this somewhere. Oh, I really like this thing. It's so cool. It just goes like this. It goes, you press the button and it just spins. It goes, and it just spins everything really fast, and it's thick, but it doesn't work with the weight of paper I have. So for paper quilling, you can get pre-made strips, but I'm not gonna lie, over time, like, is it a little pricey? Maybe a little bit. And because it'll be like $3 a pack, and a pack, you have to buy multiple packs to actually like make anything real, because it's bi-color. So I don't buy packs, I just buy cardstock. And I buy cardstock at Michael's. There's different weights you can get. The weight that I work the most with is, I think it's 65 GSM, grams per GSM. I don't know what it stands for. Grams square meter. It's definitely not what it is. Actually, it might be. It might be that. But yeah, when I get 60 GSM, that's the one I like because it, for items you make, it will hold. Like this holds. It's not flimsy. It's not like you can push this out a little bit. Here, I'll like show the camera. You can push this out a bit, but it's not like flimsy and wobbly. Like this as an item holds itself. You can like, you can't really flex it. It's not gonna really break. But if you get lighter materials, then it's more prone to actually breaking and like fraying and stuff like that. So a lot of paper quilling packets you get will be lighter materials. The strips will also be longer, but they'll be thinner. So they're more flimsy in a way, which isn't a bad thing. Because for paper quilling, you want to be able to roll the paper and have them in like fluid coil. So like the lighter the paper, the easier it is to have that motion down in a way. But it also means that if I try to like make things like this, they're not durable. So if they're not durable, it's kind of like, well, what's that point? So I use 65 weight paper, and a lot of other papers are closer to, I don't know, like 50 or like, when I've used a couple different weights before. I've used 25, I've used 65, and I've used 80. And 80 is way too thick because when you try to roll the paper, it doesn't want to roll. It's just like too thick. So that one I don't use unless I have to, and I will do anything I can to get like a different color, honestly. 25 is a much more common weight for paper quilling, but sometimes Michael doesn't have the right color, so I'm just kind of like, guess I have to go with the regular 65 weight. But when I get 25 weighted paper, then I can use it in my little electric coiler, and it is very, very fun. And I just go and the thing coils really, really fast, and then I don't have to use my wrist at all, which is good because my wrists will get tired very fast after doing a bunch of paper quilling and coiling. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing for now. I'm procrastinating 3 other art projects. That's what I'm doing right now. I don't want to do those other, which is really bad because I'm getting paid for all those other things and I'm not getting paid for this. But it's okay. We persist. We persist because I feel like I had a vaguely long day and I want to do something that's fun. So today I got an order in the morning, which was sick. So I got an order in the morning for 8 little quilled ornaments. That actually, I have them up here. Let me grab one of them. Okay. So I got an order this morning for 8 of these red stars, which was sick. Shout out Quilling for ordering a bunch of my stuff. Also go you because you bought stuff on a deal, which is the best way to buy stuff because I had a 25% off deal if you buy 3 or more. And Colin bought some stuff and I was like, I'm gonna ship this today. I'm gonna be proactive and do it. Even though I have other things in the queue I should be doing. I didn't do those things. But I was like, I'm gonna ship this. So I packed it all up. The only problem is while I have a fuck ton of these in stock, none of them have the string attached to them. Because it's fun to make them, it's not fun to string them because it's just not fun. So I had to sit there and I did the stringing for 8 of them because Colin ordered 8, and the stringing alone took me like at least 30-40 minutes, and I was like panicking because I did this after work a little bit. I worked for a little bit today and then I did this in the afternoon, and I was like, because the library is gonna close eventually, and the post office is gonna close eventually. So yeah, I had to get that shit in order. I literally ran to the library to print shipping labels, and then I went over to the post office and I shipped everything out, and I was very happy because there was a long line at the post office, but I didn't have to wait because I had a ship. Should advertise them as pet-safe ornaments. I think for some of them I can advertise as pet-safe. Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna break. Like, this one is 100% paper. So this is definitely pet-safe, but this one has little pearls on it. So you tell me, sister. I don't think that counts as pet-safe, but what do you think? The ones without the pearls. Okay, gotcha. So the question is then, how many do I have without pearls? I think only these. I think those are the only types that I have that are pet safe, because all the other ones have pearls on them. Because pearls are pretty, so why not? Alright, next time I do craft stream, I will struggle, and I will go back and try to use my other camera again. Nothing worked when I tried to do stuff earlier, so I called brother. He's at the firehouse having a good time right now. Apparently mom and dad also went to the firehouse today. That's fun. And he's like, if you ever want to come to the firehouse, come to the firehouse. I'm there like every day. I will probably see the firehouse sometime. Brother is not gonna go see our cousin's little babes this weekend, so I think it's just gonna be me and my parents. So my cousin had a little baby boy last year in December. It's his birthday. He's having his baby's first birthday, and I thought my brother was gonna go, but he's not gonna go. So me and parents are gonna be chilling, I guess. And this is a 4-hour like luncheon little birthday party. I'm like, if this is one of those things where I have to watch like the little baby boy and or my cousin and his wife unwrap a bunch of gifts, I don't know. I feel like it's so awkward. Like, some gatherings do that. It's like at bridal showers, I think they do that sometimes, or baby showers, where you just watch them unwrap all the gifts, and I'm like, this is weird. I don't like this. It's like, we're all adults here. Why do I have to watch you open gifts and see all of your, I don't know, your facial expressions? Like, I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. And this birthday party is really long. And if they're like gonna be unwrapping, there's a lot. I'm sure there's like at least 30 to 40 people invited to this thing. Because when they have these little get-togethers, they will invite like 40 people. And if it's gonna be 40 presents and I have to watch them open 40 presents, I don't think I can handle that. That's no. I'm behind on orders big time, and it feels weird to watch a grown adult open a bunch of presents and then be like, oh, thank you. It's just weird. It's just weird. So I don't think I can do that for 4 hours. I am very excited to meet the little baby. I haven't met him yet. And yeah. You rip this. How many orders do you have? I thought you didn't get any. I got one this morning, and I was so productive because I sent that shit out today, which I didn't think I was gonna be productive, but I was. Avi, at least one, you just mentioned it. And then Rosie actually ordered a bunch of stuff because the other day it was the last day of the sale I had, so I posted about it on socials, and she must have seen it because she also, earlier last week I did a regular post and she saw it and she followed me, and then when I made my more recent post about how it's the last day of the sale, she must have seen that because then she went on my Etsy and she bought stuff. Like, she bought stuff at 11 p.m. before the sale ended. So that was very, very sweet of her. I'm gonna see her soon, and I don't know, we're probably gonna like get lunch or dinner or hang out or something. So she bought a few things. One's for her mom, one is for, I imagine, one of her sisters, and then some of the other things she just wanted some ornaments. So, nice. She also requested that I make something else. So I got a bunch of these little doodads, these little guys, and I put them on, I put them on Christmas cards, and she really liked the design, but she wanted to know if it could be framed instead. And I've honestly been thinking about framing it, but I haven't, because as much as I love that card, it takes a little while, and I don't know, I like making these things because they're very free-for-all, but when I put something down on a backboard for like a card, it's very like, you know when you get a sticker and you have to stick it somewhere and you're like, wherever I stick it, it sticks there permanently. That's how I feel about making cards. Not so much cards, but how I feel about making certain things. It's like, if I stick this here, I stick it permanently. And I don't have a stencil for it yet, so I don't have guidelines and proper ratios. So I've been postponing doing that for her because I don't want to stick things down. I can't be sticking shit down. I can't commit to the sticking of items. So yeah. Oh, what a Chad. I wish I was a Chad. I need to work on the thing for you because I have like half of the parts, so I should just do it. And then I did some mock-up drawings for the other commission I have. And then I have to go pick colors for that, and not sure how that's gonna go. Because the colors palette is a little funky. It's a little funky. And I don't know, I gotta ask my cliente what they want to do because I don't know what colors they want to go with. But that one, I have some more time on. I really want to finish yours, sister. But I'm having blockages for doing stuff, which is fine. Oh no, I didn't make any wreaths out of Quilling flowers? Do you mean like out of these little red ones? What do you mean? These guys? What are we talking about right now? Well, I have contemplated making wreaths before. I actually started making one last year, and there were just too many pieces, so I was like, this is unrealistic to me, so I stopped. I've also been contemplating posting teaching streams for my craft of choice, of like picking a day, designated time, designated design or pattern, and just posting on socials throughout the week only posting twice maybe, being like, this is the thing I made. This is the quick demo snapshot reel of what the thing I made like looks like what the process looks like, and then also including that like, hey, I am gonna run a free workshop on Twitch. Like, if you think this is cute, you think it's cool, and you want to make it, come just watch the stream, and we'll make it together, and we'll make it in real time. So, I've been thinking about that. What do you think about that, sister? Do you think that's a good idea? Because the more I make stuff, the more I am also like, as much as I want to make art and sell. Oh, how far am I going? Make art and sell art. I really want to sell. I don't know. I like teaching. I love teaching. I think we all know that because I've been in education for so long. Yeah, I want to like do something like that instead. What are you saying? Yeah, kinda. I told Scott there would be a lot of pieces. Yeah, there's so many pieces to do a wreath, and that's why I have not done it. I mean, yeah. But IKEA, why you don't do a step-by-step shorts or even long forms? I do accelerated step-by-step shorts. That's a majority of the content I currently post, actually. They're like often between 15 to 20 seconds. And I already do that. Long form, I have filmed one long form for the holiday cards I make. I have not edited it. I got lazy. I did it. Not to say I got lazy, but I have to edit it with my model, and I have not hooked that stuff up to do that yet. Well, look how my numbers this year. Okay, hi Pizza. It has been a busy last few days. Too many things happening. But hey, what's up? How's your day? How's things going? How's you do's? But yeah, I might do a different type of tutorial stream and see how that goes. Cause right now I'm just doing willy-nilly whatever the heckies I want, which is fine, but also unfocused, and it's not good to be unfocused. Things going bad. Finals. Oh no. How about you? Also, hello. She missed. Oh no. Wait, finals. Oh, I guess finals for any of those classes that you have for like the one semester. I think you mentioned you have that course that's going to be switching over to something else next year. But then you can't be having that many finals, right? And I thought most schools have midterms in January. Is that not a thing? Is it maybe our school just had a weird thing? I feel like midterms in December feels better than midterms in January, but we always had midterms in January, because I guess that's technically halfway through the year. Although it really depends what state you're in. Yes, college history will become regular history. Regular history, like high school history? Why does it sound like you shouldn't be doing high school history if you're already doing college history, though? That sounds funky. It's like you're backtracking. What if you can't just have like a free period? More of a midterm. Okay, gotcha. It's that time of year. Everybody's going through tests. Some of my friends who are in master's programs right now, they're like, oh, I'm going through it. It's that time. Testing time. One of my friends is like, I won't be able to see any of you till like the new year. She's in med school though, so that's a little bit different. But she's like, nope, can't do anything. I'm not allowed to live in life. Say finals because it's the semester's over and these are gotcha. New Year? Yeah, we would have midterms in the new year. We would have them like the third week of January. Just do that. Well, when do you start school? Because I know not all states, but a lot of states start at different times. Like Florida starts earlier or something. Probably because their summers are so hot. Actually, I don't know. Would you rather have your midterm be in January as opposed to December? Is that better? Because I feel like we would go on like a winter break for like a week and a half and then forget everything. Oh, you start August 20th. We would start like 2 to 3 weeks after you, so I guess that makes sense why ours are after. Although, if you're ever in any colleges, then your midterms are always... they're always in December. Honestly, before December, yeah. Yeah, it was. Nobody's doing homework over vacation because then you get like a big, like for math. Wait, how far am I going? Okay, just up here. For math exams, we'd get like a big packet. You have to take that home, and the teacher's like, "You gotta do these 20 pages, and then we're gonna have a quiz the day you come back." And we're just like, "Why would you do that? That's just mean. Just mean peoples." Although I liked most of my math teachers, I will say. I liked most of them. What over my hands now? One of our math teachers, he was, oh my god, he was great. He never had kids, but he loved kids. Me and my brother both had, and my brother loved him so much. It was so sad because he ended up passing away a few years after me and my brother, well, I guess after I graduated, but we both had him, and there was a huge memorial service for him, and like so many people from the school just came out, and it was so sad. But he was phenomenal. I had another, my AP math teacher. She was so funny. She didn't give a fuck. A lot of us would cheat in that class. Because she would go out during tests, like one of her, she was so fun. So like all the teachers were friends with her. And then she'd go out in the hall and chat with the teacher in the middle of our like 2-period long AP math tests. And a bunch of us would just like turn around and start like chatting about the answers, be like, what'd you get for number 16, blah, 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 blah. So she was great. I had one that was really scary, and then it was really also very nice. Only remember when we started, just because my hair was super short a couple days before. Is that how you track time? How long your hair is? That's funny. My hair, I feel like grows really slow, but I started taking some small iron supplements because my hair just doesn't want to function the way it should be functioning. And now my hair grows slightly fast, which is cool because it has never grown fast before. But I also get my hair cut every like 2 years. I just have long hair. I enjoy having long hair. I chop my hair off every 2 years and then I donate it. I don't style it. That's too much work. I wear like braids half the time because it's also too much work to have hair down because then it's always in your face. So yeah, basically all I do is I grow my hair for 2 years. When it starts getting long enough to braid, I start braiding it so it's out of my face. And then when it's long enough, then I chop that shit off. And then my hair will be like up to my chin or something. And that is my process. And then every time I do that, I also donate a little bit of money. And I get a t-shirt from the little org. The org is called Children with Hair Loss. So if anyone ever wants to donate hair, that's a good one to donate to. Other ones, they are not non-profits. Like I think Locks of Love, that's a big one that is... Everybody thinks it's a non-profit because they got cute little advertisements and shit. They sell your hair. They sell like a chunk of your hair. So like that one is bad, but Locks of Love is good. Wait, no, Locks of Love, bad. Children with hair loss is good because it's children that are either going through like a chemotherapy or they have, I don't know, some form of alopecia. They have some type of like inability to grow hair or hair loss. So it's all non-for-profit. I'm pretty sure the people that make the wigs, you know, it's volunteer too. So very, very good org to support. And I'm happy it has not shut down because I know a lot of other orgs have shut down over the years. That's where I go. Good to do the little things you can. And then it grew out again in October, so I cut it again. Oh wow, very kind of you, Momo. My sister would do that too. I think she would do that every now and then. She would also donate her hair whenever she gets sick of it. Her hair's pretty long now too, so I'm wondering if she's gonna ask me to cut it. I think I've cut it the last 2 times for her. Do I do a good job? Not sure. You'd have to ask her. So how often do you cut your hair? Like every 2 months-ish? Month and a half? Like guys cut their hair so often. I never cut my hair. And the one time in my life I have cut my hair at a salon, the woman cut it so badly. I don't know why I tipped her. I gave her a $20 tip. And I was really, really upset when I left though. I paid like $60 for that haircut and I was so upset. And you know what this lady literally deadass said to me? She was trying to fix my hair so badly, she could not fix it. And then she was like, she asked me like, oh, I have like, my part is not centered in the middle of like my head. I have a part that's slightly to the left.
And she's like, oh, is your part like in the center or is it to the side? I'm like, oh, it's like a bit to the side. And then she's like, okay, I'm gonna try and fix your hair. I'm gonna try and make it straight. And she couldn't make it straight. And then she's like, it's okay if we just flip your hair like this because it's already gonna be like on the side like this. She's like, it'll look good. It'll look cute. You know, like off-centered is in. And she's like, crooked is in. And I'm like, this is because you can't cut my hair straight or equally. And I was like, what the? So I'm at least $60 for the haircut. That's the only haircut I have ever paid for. It was big time garbo, and my hair was crooked for months because it was too short to cut anymore or fix. And I was just like, you know what? I was really upset for like a week. Actually, less than a week. I was really upset that day because I spent fucking $60 for an awful haircut. But I actually don't care that much about my hair. Like, it's too much work to care. It's too much work. I don't care that much. I think that's how my sister feels too. Grow it out, chop it off, whatever. Someone else can use it. Works for me. I can't be too obsessed with my hair. Pretty sure you mentioned. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh no is right. Oh no is right. I have like kind of an attachment to my hair, but also I don't leave the house, so like it doesn't matter what happens to my hair. I do like to tie it a lot because if I don't, then it goes crazy. My sister's got kind of crazy hair because she doesn't like to train her hair, which is a thing, which is a silly thing to say, but you can train your hair and you should train it for girls specifically, for like longer hair. Like you can train your hair, you should train and condition your hair. Otherwise, if you don't, if you ever want to tie your hair in like a ponytail or even braids, there's a decent chance it will hurt and be uncomfortable. So if you don't do that regularly, then you'll have headaches. And that's how women's hair works. But yeah. To answer you, I cut my hair every like 3 months. Oh, so you have like kind of long hair, like shoulder length hair then? That's like a decent amount of time to grow a couple, like maybe like an inch or two of hair. No, what is this? What is this duty? Ban. Goodbye. Whoever that garbage thingy was. Goodbye. Oh, god damn it. Why am I procrastinating? I should really be designing other things. Big lazy. Right now, my hair is getting long fast. I think I'm gonna have to cut it in the next several months. But I guess it depends how short I want my hair to be. I feel like I've also contemplated getting a pixie cut, but I'm also like, I don't know if I can pull that off. I ain't that bold. So, shoulder length or chin length is the shortest. I can't do a bob. My hair's thick and it's weird. My hair's like straight and wavy at the same time. I really got both of my parents' genes or whatever in different areas. So if I were to have a bob, it would never work. My hair's not straight enough for that, but it's also not wavy and curly enough to have like full body waves and curls properly. So I don't even know how a pixie would work. Like if you have fro type hair, you can't have a pixie, I think, because it just becomes a mini fro. Like, what does that mean? No, it's a medium type of long. Ah, okay, gotcha. So like you have bangs, but they probably don't cover your eyes. So do you just like get a short haircut and then let it grow out for 3 months till it like almost covers your eyes and then you like cut it again? I feel like guys have so many options for their hair. They can do so many different things. Especially like Korean hair. God, they know everything. They really do. I don't know anyone. But I think I got my audio to work today. I think I got things to work, even though the camera quality is low because I couldn't get the other thing to work. Some things work, but not all of them, and that's okay. Kind of. The longest my hair ever was when it reached my chin. Okay, that's a bit long. It's a bit long. Our brother has gone through phases where he has had long hair and he would scare my friend in high school because she's a very sweet, cute girl, and very studious, like fairly religious, kind of like just like a good little girl, a good little person. She's also tiny, that's why I say little. But she knew who my brother was because my brother and her brother are friends. But she would see my brother walking around with really long, like weird, funky ass fro hair, and it would cover all of his face and his eyes. He just didn't care. He would walk around like with this mop top on his head. Thank God he has short hair now. He looks so much better with short hair. He'd walk around with mop top head, and my friend would see him, and she'd be freaking scared. She's like, he looks so emo. He looks so scary. You can't even see his eyes. Why is he walking on his tippy toes? All of this is scary. I don't understand. So, yeah. I don't like that's to say, I don't like long hairs. I think it's crazy on guys. Does it give scary vibes? Maybe. Maybe I've been influenced by what she says a little bit. But he went through a lot of hair phases. He straightened his hair in the mornings of high school for like a hot minute, like half a school year. That was wild. I don't know why he did it. He really wanted to be like that 2000 and I don't know, like that 2000s or 2010s emo kid, skater boy, straight hair vibes. He was going for that big time. And then he gave up, and then it was just like, I'll just have long hair and have a weird flowing fro. Not like a fro, like it wasn't standing up perfect or anything, but it was like, just wild and untamed and curly everywhere. And then he would, see his problem is he would comb out the curls, so then his poofy hair would go everywhere. And then he looks like a dog walking around, like can't see out of his hair. He's been through a lot of hairstyle changes. And my parents don't really like me having long hair, but I mostly get a few inches cut. Ah, I see. Well, do you like the long hair? And if so, why do you like it? Wouldn't it just be, I remember when I was growing up, I feel like my mom, or maybe it was my grandma, would always be like, you can't have long hair. And I'm like, why can't I have long hair? And they're like, because you're not going to take care of it. I must have been like 6 or something, because there was a span of time where I had long hair when I was like 6, or maybe like 5, and I didn't comb it ever. I never combed it. My mom didn't comb it because I think I would just like scream when she did because it hurt, because she doesn't know how to comb hair. So I never combed my hair for like several months, and then I had a giant knot in the back of my head, and my mom had to like cut it out, like literally comb through it. I was crying, and she like cut so much of my hair out because I never combed my hair. And I'm assuming that's why she said at some point, you're not allowed to have long hair anymore because I'm not doing this again. I'm not dealing with your dumb ass. I don't want to hear you screaming when I have to cut knots out of the back of your head because you roll around in bed. So, but eventually I was old enough, at first I guess responsible enough to take care of my own hair. And they're like, you can have long hair now. You have passed the age where I think you understand the consequences of your actions. But yeah, that's a little hair story from my childhood. But I mostly get a few inches cuts. Combing hair is for schmucks. Do you not comb your hair? Well, I mean, if you have short hair, it doesn't really matter. Like, when I would have hair that was like chin length, I wouldn't comb my hair. Didn't need to. And honestly, what I would do all the time in high school, because I hate waking up, and I would have to wake up at like 6 a.m. I would have long hair, and I would put it into just like a big ass braid, make that shit like tight, not tight, but like make the braid tight enough so that I could roll around in bed all night, whatever, but in the morning the braid was still pretty intact, so like my hair didn't get tangled. So all I would do that every night, wouldn't comb my hair, would just go to school, and I would take my hair out like on the bus, and then it looked fine, and it worked for me. And I would do that because I was really lazy and I didn't want to comb my hair. But now I comb my hair, because now nobody's telling me to wake up except for me. Although I need to start waking up earlier. I've not been waking up early at all. It's bad. I've been staying up to do crafts, which is good and bad, maybe. Done some crafting stuff. I can post that. Sweet. It's good. Shortish, longish. It reaches my eyes now. So you got a Justin Bieber haircut, the old JD haircut, like that length. I feel like that's
pretty normal for guys. Yeah, these be taking forever. I think they're really pretty. That's why I do it. And I want to have a nice colorful collection. I was considering giving some of these to my mother. I know she's going to be upset when I start giving commissions away to people who pay me. But she's still going to be upset because I never made my mother anything. Maybe I'll give her some of these. She loves Christmas ornaments. And these are kind of cute. Cute little collection. Not that my mother's Christmas tree has room for any ornaments of any kind. Our Christmas tree has 1,000,001 ornaments on them, and they're all very unique because that's all she's obsessed with. That's not all she's obsessed with. She will find a bunch of shit. It's not good. No goodsies. But, you know what? I will probably give her this one. She loves pink. Our mother loves hot pink. Don't know why. She's loved it for forever, and she would always buy me, like, when I was in elementary school, and, like, velour tracksuits were in, like, the fuzzy pants tracksuits for little girls and shit. She would always buy me those tracksuits, and she would always buy them in hot pink. I don't really like pink, but I had at least 3 pairs of hot pink tracksuit pants, and, you know what, they were warm, so I wore them, like, every day, but, I don't like pink, and she was really projecting her love for pink onto me. She also bought me a leopard print tracksuit. And you know what? I fucking wore that shit because I was like 10 and I didn't know anything. But I wore that shit all the time. It was so comfortable. Give me something comfortable, even if it's ugly, I will wear it. I took my brother's sweater the other day because he didn't want it anymore. And is it ugly? Yes. But is it comfortable? Yes. It's also too comfortable because, like, it's really hot. So I actually might just go donate it. It just can't be hot. I get hot so fast. I would rather be cold than hot. Cannot do it. It's chilly in New York now. It was so cold the other day. I went for a long walk and, well, I went to get food at first and then I wanted to walk, and then it was so cold I had to go back to get a second layer of pants and a second sweatshirt to put underneath my rather thick jacket. It was like 15-mile-per-hour winds and 28 degrees, so the real feel was like 12, and I was very cold, but I needed to walk because I did not move that day. But yeah, New York be chilly. Allegedly, it might snow down here, because I live by the city. Well, I live in the city, technically. Allegedly, it might snow. We'll see. I doubt it. Probably won't. Ooh, wowie. Wowie snow! Wowie snow! I'm a snow bear, so I like snow. Okie dokie. I have 2 more of these yellow doodads left. And then do I be responsible? What do you think? Should I be responsible and do the things that people kind of want, like, that people are commissioning me for, or do I just be irresponsible and let that track out? Oh, things are piling up quickly, though. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah. You know what? I'll do an intermediate. I will make these little cardy things, these little thank you scripts, because that is easier to do, and I need to slowly and gradually put myself into the mindset of doing stuff. I really want to play Harvest Moon. I want to play my farm game, but I can't. I gotta be a person for a little while. I don't want to be a person. I gotta work tomorrow, because I usually work on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and Fridays. Those are the days where I'm like, I need to try to work. I need to put some hours on the clock and make some progress. But Mondays, I don't usually work. Mondays are my crafting and resting usually. But yesterday, I went to book club and froze my fucking ass off because we were in like a beer garden and it was 20 degrees outside. And yes, the beer garden, but you know, it has like a little tenty thing and they had heat lamps, but it was 20 degrees outside. So while like my torso and body were warm because of the heat lamps and shit, my feet, which were under the table, were very cold. And I honestly like couldn't really feel my feet.
after sitting out there for like an hour and a half. Also, do whichever you like more. Do what I like more. I won't do anything. Then I'll play Harvest Moon and play farm games till 4 a.m. And I'm gonna stay up really late anyway, but like, I'll stay up really late. I probably shouldn't just be playing farm games. I should probably be productive. Many things on my mind to do. I made a list of stuff to do, and I planned out Monday and Tuesday to a T, and then I did do half the stuff. But to be fair, I got very derailed when the things I was very on track yesterday morning. I was like, hey, I'm even ahead of schedule. But then I got to the place where I needed to be, aka the craft store. They didn't have the shit I needed, so then I started like just being so upset, and I was like, alright, let me try and find this shit online, and I couldn't find it anywhere. The only way I can get it is like in New Jersey, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking go to New Jersey to get the things I need, so and then that just dilemma set me off yesterday, and I was like, I can't be productive anymore. My brain cannot. So I feel like I should be a little more productive today. So I was supposed to work for multiple hours today, and it did not work enough. I will be productive a little bit after this. Oh, I actually have a hidden one over here. Okay, now I have one more yet. Oh, there you go. Below look at him. The life of Ashley. You everywhere. How are these looking? Looking pretty good. Not too shabby. One more, and then I'm going to do some writing. I'm gonna attempt to write fancy on these little cards that I cut out. Just gonna write thank you. Crazy. I don't have actual business-esque like cards at the moment, so I just write these little thank you cards that I think look kind of okay. I hope other people think they look kind of okay. I don't know. Very excited when I wrapped and shipped my thingy today though. It looked so cute, and I hope the person enjoys opening it because I put a lot of time and effort, not that much effort, but a lot of time probably, into wrapping it. So because I don't have like real branding or anything for my little shop, when I wrap stuff, I decided that I'm like actually going to wrap the boxes like presents and put like nice twining string on them. So that's what I've been doing whenever I get orders. I just like wrap it all pretty like, so like it literally looks like a present when you buy it. Like when you get it and you open it. But I also want to get like peach stickers because I am a Momo. And put some peaches on stuff. I like peaches, even peaches don't like it. But yeah, I wrapped the gift. It's not a gift. I guess it's a gift. I don't know. It's not a gift. It's an order. I wrapped my order today. It was very, very cute. I shipped it in my peach colored parcel paper. I'm gonna call it peach colored even though it's mostly pink because it is so hard to find specifically colored items online. So we're gonna pretend it was the right color. One more layer of wrapping. And then I'm going to switch to writing, which I know, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, next time I do writing, I need to just program my Cricut to write for me. That way I don't have to do fancy lettering and font stuff. I have good handwriting, but to do fancy lettering all the time is one, time consuming, and two, kind of hard, because when you fuck it up, it looks stupid. It looks stupid dumb, and trying to not make things look stupid dumb. That's not how you win at life. Or at least the life path that I've selected. Alrighty, last layer. And I do some scripting. I tried to learn calligraphy earlier this year, but I was gonna buy a calligraphy notebook, and then everyone's like, don't buy a calligraphy book. Just print out a bunch of free stuff. But then I couldn't find free calligraphy thingies to like trace over, really. I don't know. So now I have a bunch of calligraphy pens and nothing to show for. Okay, all of these pieces are done. Get out of my face things. And now I'm gonna do some writing instead. Where's my marker? Regular ass show. I just realized I never answered your question. Which question? Okay. Moving all the white things so the black Sharpie doesn't get on the white things. I have many questions. What question? Is this correct? Yes, this one I'm saving. My hair grows back fast, so I don't really mind, but I prefer it kind of long. Do you want a man bun or a little ponytail? Is that why? If you could braid your hair, would you braid your hair? Would you get cornrows? Right, thank you. All fancy like on this little thing. I'm not as good at writing fancy like. My back hurts. I did some back exercises. Now I am in pain. Wait, I just said that. Maybe? Maybe. A lot of people, like, several years ago, they were, the man bun era. Maybe that's why my brother had long hair. Trying to go for man bun-esque. Okay, how to write fancy like this thing right fancy. I'm tired. Yeah, you gotta get your sleeps. You gotta wake up dumb early. Like, what time do you usually go to sleep? Or like this? Or swirl and snap. Okay. So I go. That's okay, but not that okay cake. Thank. Wait, he said T. There we go. Thank. So it's alright. Usually sleep at 11 to 1. 11 to 1 is a very big range. Unfortunately, I don't think my hair can be a man bun. That's okay. That's okay. 11 to 1 is a big range. Do you feel like you get enough sleep? Because, like, I feel like when I would do that and I would have a funky-ass range, it never felt enough. Never sleep enough, honestly. Thanks. How to rate you. You. It's alright. It's not too shabby. A little shabby maybe, but not cool. Yeah, that's good enough. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Plus I take a nap to school and coming back home. Oh, your sleep's all funky like that. So you have to take supplemental naps. I would honestly do that. I would do like tennis and badminton in school, and then I would come back from practice and just like nap till like dinner, and then I would have to do homework after dinner, and then I would end up staying up till like 12 or 1, and my parents would be like, "What the fuck is sleep? I don't want to drive you to school when you miss the bus in the morning," especially my dad. But I have thyroid disease, which means I need to take medicine 2 hours after I eat, and we always eat late because we're dumb. So I'd always be like, I can't go to sleep yet because I can't take my medicine yet. So then my parents would be like, they would grumble, but they'd be like, whatever. So then they stopped fighting me on when I went to sleep. Not that that was good for me to be sleeping at like 1 a.m. in high school because I hate waking up and all that jazz. Thank you. I'm just gonna make a bunch of these. Okay. I get you though. I kinda did the same thing. Take naps whenever you can. But sleep late. I like to be awake at night. I don't like to be awake at night. Okay, another one. Thank
Oh, I did this way too low. Whatever. Go up and out. Up and out. Look better. T. 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 This Y. Oh, you do that from now on. Okay. It is very off center. Very off center. But it is not too ugly. Pisa, do you do any art? Art is good. Oh, that was stupid. Whatever. It is what it is. They're not all going to be perfect. They cannot. Too shabby. Maybe this is that word? Special wording practice. Calligraphy practice. Give it like calligraphy. Yes, it's okay. There we go. I'm getting the hang of it, guys. I am getting the hang of writing. Thank you down. Thank yow. Thank yow. That's what I just wrote. Whatever. Yeehaw. Yee-yow. Not really, but I doodle at times, so I'm not very good at it. I feel you. I am also not good at doodling, so I wouldn't doodle a lot when I was in school. I feel like my siblings they would doodle all the time, but I think you just get better at doodling when you doodle. I think that's like the point of doodling, right? Speak up, and why do we do it? Why do we do it? This one is not too bad. Not too sad about that. Right again. Ooh, I like that one. Not too bad. Not the worst I've done. Right. I'm gonna change up this angle. Kind of weird. On all of these little cards, I do a handwritten thank you. I don't get a lot of people buying stuff, so when I do, I write a nice little hand, whatever, thank you note. Sometimes they're very sweet and they leave me a review afterwards. That's the best. Okay, not too shabby. Is there any type of art that you're interested in or that you want to be good at? Art is always a process. That's for damn sure. Like this. Big swirl. Big swirl. god, I'm getting good at this, guys. I'm getting good at this. I'm getting good at reading the word thanks. To go out more. Out? That's gonna be weird too. At least if I do this, I save so much time later on when I am scrambling to pack a package because I don't have a formal packaging process. I did officially buy boxes and color-specific mailers, which is sick. Because I have been making my own boxes for the past like year. Again, I don't get a crazy amount of orders, so it's not a big deal, but like, I'm making boxes like a freaking psychopath. And I'm like, no, I should just buy boxes, and I finally did that. And I don't see doing that anymore. But I'm still in the phase where I'm writing my own thank you cards, which is okay. It's finally not super dumb ugly. It's like this doesn't look too bad. The idea of this and a nice little thing on the back, well, I glued something here, but like a nice little thing isn't too bad. But things have certainly been ugly in the past year, that's for damn sure.
I don't think. Wait, I'd have to think about it.
Think about it. What would you do?
Have you? Well, you said you've done ceramics.
Oh yeah, you've done a couple things. Do that many cool things, just like that whole. That's all I do. Sometimes I go outside, but it's always cold. Every time. Oh, hell yeah. That's it right there. Piggies. Hate it, but I love it. I actually like the other ones more. Only go up from here. There's a few left. Sweet. Don't even know if I'm gonna end up using all these. Hopefully I do. That would be the dream. Pizza, when do you go on break? Is it like right before Christmas, or do you guys get extra time because your midterms are now? Calligraphy. I want to learn so many things, and I think there's never enough time. Maybe it's just that I don't wake up good.
there a break after next week? What date is that? What even are we in time? After next week. Oh, so you get a full 2 weeks off? That's pretty sweet. I don't think we would get a full 2 weeks off. We'd get like minimum 1 week, but we usually would get like maybe a week and a half. Change this to make it look better. Yep, damn, 2 weeks is nice. I wish. You know, my old okay, a week and a half. My old company, we would just get like that 1 week. That was it. This is like it's the last 2 weeks fully off. Weeks off break. Yeah, I guess it depends on whatever the school year decides to do. Do you guys get a lot of snow days over there? Or I know in our school they would build them in. But I think they stopped building them in. They're now like, if it snows, you learn from home. Because like every kid has a laptop now. That sounds pretty duty to not have a snow day. Need a snow day. Need some happiness. One day. One day. Man, how did I do it so there and there. Haven't snowed since middle school. No. Oh. Do they make you learn online, or are they just like, no, we're gonna keep you guys here? Like, what was it? Last one. And at least I have this prep. The other school districts call school offer snow day when mine didn't. We had to go, so no online. I guess that is booty. But like more booty would be having to do online school instead, I guess. So fun. They need to embrace them more. They're already supposed to be built into the school year. If you don't use them, what are you gonna do? Go to more school? I told Bestman Flame how it should have been a school day. A snow day? Is it already snowing a lot by you? Has it already begun the snowing? Oh, this one might look. This one might be it. This one might be the perfect one. I'm getting nervous. It's a funky, but like in a good way. It's just funky, but in a good way. The snow hurt when it was a wind. Wait, I waited for my bus. No. No way. No way. The snow hurt when it was no. No. Unfortunately, not much snow this year, but I told them last year. Okay. No. But that's unsafe. That's just straight up unsafe. Frostbite territory, big time. Did a lot of people end up going? I wouldn't have gone. I would have been like, oh no, I'm staying home. F that. Y'all can, you Mr. Principal, you can go to school, but I'll stay home with some hot cocoa, because you're insane for making children go to school in literal, like dead ass. That is dangerous weather. It's crazy. Okay, then one last one. How can I make this one? Okay, definitely wider is better. This good and this fine. This one
last one was a success. I think this last one is my favorite one. I finally got the tea to look nice. It's nice and smooth. This one's like... This one, the tea is stupid, like a block, but this one is nice and smooth. Another part here. Swirl and swirl. Perfect. All of my thinkies are done. Hell yeah.
Nope, not many buildings. Was very empty. Exactly. Cause like, that's crazy. You shouldn't be. If your face hurts, stay home. If that happens again to you this year, just stay home. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. No one's gonna care. You're really just gonna be sitting there doing like, I feel like that's the equivalent of when you have a sub. You know what I mean? Like nobody really pays attention, does anything. You're just there to take up space and time for nobody's agenda. Really, truly no one's agenda. Not worth it. Don't go in next time. Please, stay home. Preserve your peace. Big part of life, learning how to preserve your peace. Oh, I need to drink some water. I drink warm water like an old lady. Like tea, but not tea because it's too late to have caffeine, so just warm water. Do you have tea or caffeine? Are you like a water person all day or day? I've been having a lot of tea lately because my brain sucks and green tea is supposed to make my brain better. I hope. I don't think it's working though. It still kind of sucks, so I'm gonna chug more tea. Okay. Here I am. Oh, I'm not supposed to glue this shit together. I do want to make a reel of me actually assembling pieces, because if I make a little of stuff, that would be good for my end of year goals. Just to make a certain amount of reels and get a certain amount of following on TikTok, because people on TikTok like me slightly. Just a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. That's nice. These, which means I can't procrastinate and I need to do the thing that I told us that I would do. Okay. Speaking of subs, sub-a-dub-dub. This, my hair hurts. That's what they don't tell you about, like, hair. I have a sub all week for 6-7 or 6-7 period. So you're just kind of there. You're on nobody's agenda. You're learning nothing. You're just hanging out. But is that a legitimate class? Do you have a midterm coming up and now you just don't have a teacher to help you prep for it? You just have a sub that doesn't know how to do anything? Is that what you're saying? That's not. If you want to do well, and then you can't because you have a sub. I see. Yeah, subs don't do good. My block period. So what have you guys been doing? Just pretending to study or just like goofing off? Because the tests. You got these two bad boys, flopping these two bad boys down. No, my midterm is the... Is that the women's studies? And my teacher's coming back next week. You're just hanging out then, you're just chilling. This too. Do you watch One Piece, or are you beginning to watch One Piece? Like, there's so much to One Piece, so what does your sentence entail? Or is your story, like where are you at, basically? Where are you at? I think this size is okay. I hope this size is okay. What I do need to do is I need to make other things. honestly, it's a good use of time. I will never say watching One Piece is not a good use of time. Always a good use of time. I watched One Piece with my older brother, but only a few episodes, so very spread out. Gotcha. I saw the One Piece Rod movie. I didn't know seen that one. What the heck's going on with my hair? Because my hair is just not even part of me. And I'm starting it now. As you should. One Piece is called OP, isn't it? Because it's overpowered. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. So good. Oh my god. Are you? I know Netflix. I think Netflix was coming out with like the shortened version. But are you watching the full original, which is what I would highly recommend? Oh my god, these colors. Hold on, I need to get some colors. Cut out right. In case you're wondering where I keep paper, I keep them in a bunch of these random glass jars, and I just have a fuck ton of paper. This, oh, just a garbo color. It's such a cute color. I'm using this or this. From very beginning, yes. Watch the original. Yes, it is 1100 plus episodes, but don't watch the condensed, because when you watch the condensed, which I actually don't think they're done condensing, but they're supposed to condense like 800 or 1,000 episodes into like 250 episodes or some bullshit like that. But when you do that, you miss all the good, funny bullshit. And like, yes, there are fillers. You can skip the fillers; they're not significant, but when you skip all the good, funny little thingies, it's just like, you gotta watch it. It's so good. I love One Piece. I would die for One Piece. I love One Piece. Okay, so I need to determine what color. I must have taken a picture of it to know what color, right? Be smart. I don't want to smart. Also, because I'm so proud of this cute little box. Let me see if I can. I'm just gonna put it here. I wonder if it will capture this. This is a cute little wrapped box I made. It almost captured it. For like a second, it almost captured it. It's a cute little. This is how I wrap my little thingies. These cute little boxes. So nice. Okay, camera sucks. Never mind. I need to look for the right color. Do I use? Oh. I'm supposed to know what I do, and I don't know what I do, which is not good. I think it's this one. It's not this one. This is the special green. No, I'm not using special green today. The special green is kind of not good. Excellent day. And now I roll paper and I be adult and try to beat the world. So what are you up to in One Piece if you just started watching? Did you like literally just start watching today in class because you had a sub? The whole rest of the week to watch One Piece on Netflix. Again, excellent way to spend time. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? I have a key on my phone where I write down all of the measurements you need to see. Yeah, I think the measurements are. Steady hard is what? Half length. Okay, half length 17.5. Very beginning, started last week, but binge driving, so I'm currently on episode 12. Okay, that's not too bad. One Piece is a marathon, it ain't a sprint. What I will usually do is I will just wait like a year or two and then I binge like 50 plus episodes of One Piece, except this time when I waited 2 years to watch One Piece, actually maybe it was just 1 year, they didn't have these episodes because they ended up pausing for a long time because the writer needed time off, which I don't blame him for. He's been doing this for 2 decades. I'm pretty sure One Piece was created before my existence. Like, so much of that man. God bless Ichiro Oda. God bless his soul so much. But he needed a break, so they had to pause for a few months. I wonder if they had to pause too because one of the main voice actors, he ended up retiring, which is so sad. It's so sad. All I know is Luffy's voice actor can't ever retire. She needs to live until the end, because it's gonna end in like the next 2 years, I believe. I don't want to believe it though. It's too good. It's too good. But it will end, and it will end. I guess I just ripped a bunch. Okay. I'm gonna binge it during break. Yes, keep me updated. I don't know if I can stream shit, watch things while I stream, like have like a little screen on my stream. But if I could, I would do that. What is that called? Like watch parties or whatever? I would fucking do that. Unfortunately, I have ads. Where are you watching? That's the real question. Where are you watching? God knows I don't. God knows I don't watch on any real streaming service. I mean, I could. I do have access to Crunchyroll, but I don't. What website do I watch on? I just look up where to watch One Piece for free. And I've been watching One Piece for so long, there's several websites that I just recognize. I'm like, that one. I'm gonna watch on that one. They have all the episodes and it's fan-fucking-tastic. That's what I do. You can't. With watch parties, you need to be careful when streaming them. Pirated. So you have ads on Pirated? What's on Pirated? Wait, let me check. Let me try to search real quick. Where? Watch 1 Piece free. What website would I use? I use Just Watch probably. I feel like I've seen this. Nope, not this one. You have to pay for this one. Anywatch.com.ro. Oh, this looks like it. This looks like one of the ones that will work. That's for damn sure. 50 to 50. You can try anywatch.com if you want. There are so many, honestly. One Piece is so big. Subscriptions doing that money grabbing bastard shit. I don't if wait, what? I don't if that's a site, but there's one of I'll do you and it's not really pirate. Yeah. Okay, yeah. There's so many because One Piece is so big. It's on like any of those sites, honestly. The bestest for a reason, and not bestest for asbestos. Not like that. When I went to Comic-Con 2 years ago, because I didn't go this year, I think it was Comic-Con. I'm pretty sure it was Comic-Con, not Anime NYC. They had the giant Luffy blow up, and I was literally like, God, he is God, this is God. I love this giant blow up of Luffy just in the middle of the entire convention center. And it was so good because that's when like a really pivotal point of the show kind of happened, and it was released like 2 weeks pre New York City Comic Con, and then they had the giant Luffy blow up, and then the big Luffy stand with like a bunch of comics, like on giant plastered walls, and it was so sad. But then I didn't go this year because I was like, maybe I'll save money, so I didn't go, and I went to Anime NYC this year instead. And Anime NYC this year was doo-doo. They didn't have anything this year. They didn't have a Crunchyroll stand. They didn't have a Funimation stand. They didn't have anything. Like, how can you call yourself Anime NYC if you don't have anime things there? They had a lot of random solo creators that have their own independent, they have their own OCs, but they don't even have there are a lot of artists there that have their own OCs, but they don't have any storyline to them. Like, they don't make comics. They're just characters. And I'm like, yeah, they're pretty. Some of them, not all of them are pretty, but like, there's no significance. There's no tie to it. I'm like, why did Anime NYC get so many boots for unknown artists? Like, what's going on that you couldn't get Funimation, Crunchyroll, you couldn't get Aniplex? Why? I wanted to see giant boots of big animes that I love, and I didn't see any of that stuff, and I was very sad. Very big sad. I know about anyone show. Okay, next. Yeah, have you ever been to an anime convention or like a gaming convention, like anything? Highly recommend. I mean, I guess I was fortunate because obviously my siblings are older than me, and I guess I'm going in like, I don't think, maybe not middle school, but I was definitely going to Comic-Con in high school. No, I started going when I was 13, so I was in middle school, but it sucks because if you, at that time, if you were 12 or under, you would get in for free, but I was 1 year older the cutoff, so I didn't get to go in for free, which is big sad, but it is okay. It is okay. I would go literally every year until like my junior, literally until COVID happened, I think. Yeah, I would go to New York Comic Con every year, and I go with either one of my very close friends from home, or I'd go with my best friend slash roommate, and we would just have a ball. I got my roommate to watch anime when we were in high school, and no regrets, because now she watches all. She pretty watches as much as me, and we just have a good time at the convention every time. Went with her this year. I have no idea who she was dressed up as. I've never heard of that character. And I just sticker on her face, and she had a long skirt, a black hat. No idea who she was, but I think some people recognized her. I went as Videl from Dragon Ball Z, specifically. I was on a huge DBZ like sprint earlier this year. I was like, I want to watch it. I want to watch in order because I've watched it growing up. I never watched it in order growing up, and I never really. I just didn't remember. Like, I know like the villains. Like, I knew Frieza, I knew Piccolo, blah blah blah, but I didn't remember like how the storyline worked. So I binged so much DBZ this year. It became painful. Let's put it that way. It became painful. It became intolerable. I really, yeah. Dragon Ball is the best. Hands down, the original is the best. DBZ is also good. Love that. I really like Videl, but they did her fucking dirty in Dragon Ball Super because she's so cool. She's so fucking cool. She's the only female, because I'm not counting 18, who can like fly and fight, and she's just like human. She's just a queen. She's so freaking cool, and they did her so dirty in Dragon Ball Super when they're like, you're just gonna be a mom now. You're gonna make Gohan become a professor and go to school just like how his mom wants. He's gonna be a scholar. You're gonna be a mom with Pam? I don't remember. With little babes, and you're not gonna do anything. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't remember. I think her voice actor changed. God knows her character design changed. They did her so fucking dirty. She was the only cool female character. Like, yeah, you had Bulma's, she screams a lot. Sure, whatever. She don't really do anything though. Same thing with Chi-Chi. Like, she don't do anything. They're just there. They're literally just the moms that are there, and they're just like, female character, I'm gonna make you a mom too. I'm like, no, she's a fucking fighter. Like, yes. Her father sucks. What is her last name? I can't remember. Saitama? No, not Saitama. Mr. Saturn? Mr. Saturn? Saturn? Mr. Satan! Mr. Satan, oh my god. That goddamn man. Yes! Mr. Satan. He is lame as shit, but his daughter, Videl, is sick as fuck. I'm like, why'd you do her so dirty? And then I got to Dragon Ball Super, and I'm up to the point where they're doing this like inter-universe super battle thing, and all the universes are competing, and whatever universe loses, whatever universe does not win the super universe battle of like 16 universes, if you don't win, your universe is destroyed forever. And I'm like, this is so stupid, and Goku egged this shit on. And I'm just like, what is this? It's just because we want to have a bunch of fighting scenes. And look, I like a fighting scene, but when it's the same shit over and over,
Please give me something new. I don't want to watch it anymore. So I stopped watching earlier this year. I don't know if I can finish that season, or if I do, I just gotta like put it on the background and put it on low volume because that shit. Oh. Yes, the Tournament of Power. I want to say I'm either a third of the way through, or I'm probably halfway through. With Grand Zeno, the Grand Zenos, but I'm like I don't think I can keep doing it. I think my brother told me what's the other Dragon Ball? So Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, and I think Dragon Ball Ka. Is that the other season? Is that the one that's better? He said Dragon Ball Super isn't that great, but there's another one that's better. But it's, I guess, technically written in another universe, so it's like canon, but it's not canon to the original universe, because there's a third universe. I don't know, but maybe I watch that one instead, because I can't live through where I am now. It's hard to finish. So now, I just watch other stuff instead. This is wrong. I just wasted a bunch of paper. There's no way this is right. 17 points. Have you watched all of Dragon Ball? Like, what's your relationship with Dragon Ball and Silicon? Do you have a healthy relationship? whatever that would be. I have no idea what that would mean. Do I stay up and finish this? Or not? Just seen clips. That's probably the healthiest thing you can do. Honestly, it's too much streaming. Honestly, the streaming, it's like in the back of my head. I don't think about it too much, but it's just so repetitive. The Tournament of Power is way too repetitive. Like, give me a villain. Give me like Majin Buu. Yes, like it's solid stuff going on there. Frieza, 100%, great villain, worked out very nicely. Vegeta, awesome, excellent character, excellent until he becomes kind of a bitch in in Super, because like in Dragon Ball Z, he's like a great villain, you know, he's a great villain, he's evil to the fucking core, he really is so good, and even when, like, they save him and shit, he still wants to kill them and stuff. It's great villain. And then, you know, whatever, he falls in love with Bulma, and they have a kid, and that's good too. Good stuff. But he's still, like, the Prince of Saiyans. He still, like, can't let that go. And I'm like, good, don't let it go. It's a part of you. It's a part of you, bro. You watch your dad, like, I think die via Frieza. Yeah, you definitely watch your dad die via Frieza. And his dad was the king of Saiyans. So, like, good shit, liked that character, and then in Dragon Ball Super, they really just like made him a bitch. I mean, like, it's the Prince of Saiyan. Don't make him a bitch. He's a prideful dick, but like, don't make him a bitch. And they made him a bitch with what the heck is the cat man called? The Egyptian cat king. Let me look this up, it's gonna kill me. Cat Egyptian king. Cat Egyptian king. DB Fast? No. Beerus, that was his name. Like, they made him such a bitch for Beerus because such a sick character, so arrogant. You know, Bulma would ask him to do shit, and he'd be like, white woman, blah, 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 I'm the Prince of Saiyans, and he, you know, he's got his little thing, and like, that's all good and dandy. It's just who he is. I don't mind it. It's fun. Kind of. And then, like, the second Beerus comes, who's like, he's the destroyer of the universe, he, like, freaks the fuck out, and he starts, like, making him sushi, and that's what was kind of annoying. It's one thing if he's gonna be the destroyer of the universe's bitch, but like they painted him so weak. It was like, you're my bitch, I'm gonna go catch a fish for you and make you sushi on the spot. You want takoyaki? I'm gonna make you takoyaki. And it was just like,
You could be a bitch for this all-powerful being, but like not like that, not in the way that they did it. So yeah, not a big fan of how they changed up the perspective and personality of Vegeta a bit. And then also they like kind of undid some stuff. So Dragon Ball, the original. Dragon Ball Z, the follow-up. Also great, canon. At the end of Dragon Ball Z, you see Goku's granddaughter. I think her name's Pam. It's either Pam or Pam. I have no idea. But you see her, and she fights in, like, the tournament. I see what you mean, yeah. So, like, she fights in the tournament. She's adorable. She's great. She's fantastic. She's the follow-up of, she's the follow-up for Videl, which is perfect. Because, okay, fine, if Videl's gonna be a mom and she is not gonna fight, she has a baby that fights, that's great. I can work with that. Like, that's fantastic. But in Dragon Ball Super, the little baby Pam doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. So, like, what are you doing? You make Videl lame as fuck and she doesn't have a baby that fights? Like, what? And it was so fun, too, because Goku loves Pam because she's a baby that fights. Who doesn't want to see a cute little baby that can whoop somebody's ass? They knew what they were doing in DBZ. It was so good. And then they're just like, no, not gonna continue that. Also, this is very, like, low-key, and I could be spouting bullshit, but from my perspective, also in the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, you see Bulma and Vegeta's daughter, and she's like 13. And like she does have the baby in what's it called? She has the baby in Dragon Ball Super, but it's not the same. So they named the baby something stupid. I forgot what it was. It was some undergarments. So dumb. But yeah, they completely took out one baby, ended up putting in another baby, gave the baby a stupid name, and then Gohan just doesn't have baby. Like, I don't know. Bad decisions were made, that's for damn sure. They made it very American. It felt very American produced, Dragon Ball Super. I wonder if that's what it was. I don't know about that. And maybe the other Dragon Ball, the next one, was not fully American produced. Had better writers. Okay, I think I'm gonna make these leaves. I might call it quits. I had fish for dinner tonight. It was absolutely fantastic. Pizza, do you cook? Do you like fish? I made what the hecky kind of fish was it? Oh, I'm too tired to remember what kind of fish, but it was so good. It was like a fatty kind of fish. Pancake? Pomfret. I made a pomfret. Yes, fish is very yummy. Very delicious. It is so delicious. Oh, I should have took a picture and put it in the chat. It was so yummy. There was like a big piece of fat on it at some point, and that shit's like, oh, fish fat. Favorite. Fish fat is definitely my favorite kind of fat. I don't really care for other animal fat. But yeah. Now that I got all riled up about Dragon Ball Z and been doing Videl dirty now, I'm tired. Too much right. It's this 12:30. Yeah, but I usually sleep a little later. And by you, it's probably 10:30. Also entering your nighttime zone. Fish is very delicious. Do you have a favorite fish? What's the favorite fish? Fishy. It's definitely more of these than I need, but I guess it's better to have more than to have nothing. I don't want to watch DBZ. I feel like they should have ended it by now. Yeah. It's still going, right? I think it is. I feel like some stupid subset of it is still going on. I will say, it is important to acknowledge that the original Dragon Ball is fantastic. too much reboots or spin-offs. Yeah, I fully agree. Fully agree. But I do think the original Dragon Ball, because the first one is Dragon Ball, the follow-up is Dragon Ball Z. Those are the two old ones that were made in, I don't know, pre-2000. And then they have like a good decade where they don't make any, and then they start making the spin-offs, which suck. I'm willing to watch the original. Yeah, the original ones are good. The nice old ones. I never knew at first that... So the first one, the first series, which is just Dragon Ball, that one starts off with Goku as a kid. So it starts off with Goku as a kid, and then... It starts off with Goku as a kid, somewhere towards the end of it, and it's probably like... It's either like 150 or maybe 200 episodes, I think, the original one. Nah, it's probably like in the hundreds. That one starts off with him as a kid. Towards the end, he becomes a teenager. Actually, no. Starts off with him as a kid. He's like 8 or 11. Then it goes to him being like 2 years older. Then another like 2 years, and then he's like maybe 19 or some shit. And it's really cool because like you get to see him get trained by Master Roshi with Krillin. Then you get to a point where Master Roshi is just like, you are too advanced, I cannot train you anymore. Like, there's nothing else that I can train you for. He's like, you should go on your own journey and train on your own. And then he actually sends him up to Foreign, which is that little cat thing in that tower in the sky. Like he starts going on his own journeys of training and meeting his own, like, own friends and meeting different people. So that's really cool. And you literally like watch him grow up and get stronger, and it's pretty sick. And fight these silly little villains the whole time. I think they're called like the Red Handkerchiefs or like the Red Ribbon. They're called like the Red Ribbon Army. They're basically like, they kind of remind me of Team Rocket. Like that's their version of villains in this story. It's like the Red Ribbon Army, but they're all like kind of ridiculous and silly and dumb. Kind of. Actually, they're not that silly and dumb, but they're not that strong. So like, that's what Dragon Ball Z is about. Then at the end he gets older and he ends up marrying Chi-Chi. So then the next series starts with him being with Chi-Chi, and they have the son. Their son is Gohan. And it takes off from there basically. So Dragon Ball Z is all about Goku as an adult. He's like 24 or 25. He's married, he has Gohan, and then Vegeta comes to town. Well, technically, Raditz comes to town, but then also Vegeta comes to town, Frieza comes to town, Piccolo comes to town. Like, that's all, like, those main villains, basically. Like, any of the villains you've heard of, they're all in Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball is the predecessor story, and it's really, like, wholesome and cute. This funny little kid, like, fighting a bunch of people, but he's also, like, so strong. So, like, 10 out of 10, recommend Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Super, not worth it. And then I will eventually watch the next one and have feedback for that in the future. I don't know if this is correct. This is correct, or this looks kind of... So I need to look at a picture. Something I've already created. And it looks funny. So I made a bunch of these circles for nothing, basically, because it's the wrong size. Oh. Oh wow, very knowledgeable. So much Dragon Ball Z knowledge because I consumed so much this year. But anyway, so I just realized all of these are the wrong size. And now, while I am sad, I also think I am probably done. That's not something to do. I'm getting tired. So I think I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out though, because you're the only one that hang out. I was probably I was gonna schedule this stream, but I was also like, I have no idea what the timeline is gonna be, so I was like, I'm not gonna schedule it till I have time to sit down at my laptop. But hopefully the next stream I schedule will be on the maps, not like impromptu. But thanks for hanging out. Sleep Well Numb is not here. Oh, I think did not just join me. Yes, I'm gonna hydrate some more and wash my hands. I got a bunch of glue on my phone right now. But you hydrate too, you sleep, because it is getting to sleep time for you. And I hope your midterms go well. I hope everything for the rest of December goes well. And I hope you watch more One Piece so we can talk about it because I love One Piece. Okay, goodbye everybody. Have a great night. And I will see you soon. Bye bye.